Howdy YouTube. Today we're taking a look at the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and just an overall review of the WWE Live event from Melbourne, Australia last night. And just because I picked it up, I'm also going to review this creepy thing that I also picked up from the event as well. Okay, so we'll quickly start by taking a look at the WWE Championship belt. They were selling this. I think the design has actually changed a little bit. I think the logo now is much more dominant. They haven't got this champion here. I think this is more the undisputed title that The Rock introduced in 2013, which was replaced last year when Brock beat John Cena, demoralized John Cena for the championship. Looks pretty cool. It's actually quite big as well. I'm a big fan of the design of this particular championship, just to compare to some of the others. Obviously, we've got the old Undisputed Championship, the WWE Attitude Era Championship, and then the Classic Championship, which is one of my favorites. I think this one actually stacks up really well and is a really, really cool-looking championship piece. One thing I think is really interesting is these other championship belts are made out of like a soft rubber. This is made out of, it's not leather, but it's a similar type of imitation material, which is good. It means it feels really nice. Size-wise, it's pretty decent as well. So definitely if you find one, it's worth picking up. I don't know how similar it is to the ones they sell at, say, Target and Toys R Us and things like that, but it looked different enough to warrant picking it up, that's for sure. So that's it for the championship belt. Now we'll take a quick look at the John Cena Bleacher Creature, which is probably one of the worst names I can think of for a kid's toy. They did have this and also Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior sold out ridiculously fast. A lot of the merchandise they were selling yesterday was pretty pricey as well. To give you an idea, the championship belt was about $40 and this was about $35, which is really, really expensive when you think about it. But I suppose it's the only place you're going to be able to pick that stuff up. So they kind of got you there. Okay, and here we've got the creepy John Cena toy opened up and out of packaging. He's pretty big, actually. So surprisingly, he's bigger than the championship belt, which I wasn't expecting. But you can see there, I don't know if it looks like John Cena or not. I suppose it's probably the closest thing you're going to get. It's almost like a mini Brawling Buddy toy that they release. At least it comes in his current attire. So I'm not sure if at other events they sell similar versions and they just update it. But, you know, it's probably my favourite John Cena attire, at least lately. Probably before this was the retro one where he had the fluoro green and he had the black and green shirt when he won the title last year. Then he went to the green and red, which I wasn't a big fan of, and then the black and red, which wasn't bad. And then obviously now the blue and black, which I prefer. So not too bad, not you know, a lot in terms of detail or anything like that. It is a like a plush type toy, so you're not going to get too much. But I guess if you're a diehard John Cena fan, then it's something that's pretty cool. Now, in terms of a review for the actual live event, I did want to put up some videos from it, but unfortunately, I didn't want to risk it. I tried with Clarkson, Hammond and May live, the Top Gear show, and that actually got reported for copyright. So I didn't want to risk anything with WWE. I know they can be a little bit funny sometimes. But basically, rundown, Shawn Michaels was the, I guess, the guest general manager. At the start of the show, he came out and announced that the main event between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose would be inside a steel cage, which got the crowd pretty excited. That was really cool. First match of the night was Finn Balor, who is the first time I've actually seen him wrestle, against Adrian Neville for the NXT title. That was probably my favourite match of the show, or at least on par with the main event. Really, really awesome. Both guys, lots of high spots, lots of jumping, flipping, out of the ring diving, all sorts of crazy things that really set a great tone. And unfortunately, none of the subsequent matches, except maybe the main event, actually came close to that. After that, we had a match between Fandango and biggest mental blank, Fandango and Adam Rose. Two people who I don't think the crowd really liked all that much. They were chanting for CM Punk throughout. In the end, Fandango picked up the win which wasn't too bad. And the crowd obviously doing the fandango quite a bit even after he left. After that, Bad News Barrett came out, did a great job, basically putting shit on Melbourne and Australia, especially with the Ashes, with soccer, all sorts of sports. Cricket was a big topic of discussion. He got booed a heap. Randy Orton came out, which I was not expecting. He was originally listed to be versing Sheamus, so when he came out, it was a nice surprise. They had a decent match. The highlight, obviously, was when Randy Orton hit him with the RKO at the end to pick up the win. In what was not an amazing match, but not a bad match. That's for sure. Then we went to intermission, and after that, Bo Dallas came out and again was putting more trash on Melbourne. Shawn Michaels comes out, sweet chin music, knocks him clean off, which was pretty cool to see. It was great to see Shawn Michaels do something. And then we moved on to a Divas tag match, which wasn't bad. The Bella Twins taking on Emma and Natalia. Emma and Natalia getting the win, which was good to see, obviously with Emma being a local hometown girl, so that was nice. Then came a match I was really looking forward to, and that was Cesaro and Kevin Owens. Actually wasn't that fantastic of a match. Some bits looked a little bit sloppy. Cesaro showing some really good feats of strength where he's like squatting with Kevin Owens and things like that. Kevin Owens showing some really great athletic movements as well, diving swanton off the top rope, doing the cannonball, his trademark moves. The only thing we didn't get that I was a little upset about is his finishing move. That was a real shame. And a big surprise, Cesaro actually picked up the win, which is not something I was expecting, especially going into the feud at SummerSlam. I thought they would want to keep Kevin Owens looking pretty strong, but I guess it rings true to everyone else that's gone up against Cena. Once you lose against him, you kind of move into obscurity slowly, which was a real shame. One other match I completely forgot about was Luke Harper and R-Truth. Wasn't a bad match. A lot of resting, a lot of